back to Superpower Review. I know it's been a super long time since I've done a show, but welcome back. I want to thank everybody who subscribed to the channel. We're up to 300 subscribers now, which is great. And the reason why we haven't been doing a show here is because the studio's been going under some reservations, and it's been a little bit hard to do a show. So before I start today's show, I just have one quick announcement to make. As you may or may not know, I am part of the Comic Book Fiend Club. The Comic Book Fiend Club is now hosting a weekly podcast. I'll put the YouTube channel description in the link below so you can check that out. Make sure you like it, make sure you subscribe to see more videos, and even comment to see what kind of stuff you'd like to see from the club. I was on there last week, it was a blast, and I plan on to do more future shows. So let's get into today's episode, okay? Last week I attended Boston Fan Expo. I can't believe it's been a year already since I done a show from Boston. If you remember last year's episode, if you haven't, check that out because it was a really fun time. But more memories were made. Of course, lots of things were bought. I would say maybe less things were bought this year, but that's fine because I get to save money. So I just want to show you guys some of the stuff that I bought and some really fun stories. So let's start off with some artwork first. I ended up attending Saturday and Sunday. Wasn't planning on Sunday, but attended Saturday. So let's show you some of the Saturday stuff. Here's the first piece of artwork. I told myself, Kevin, we are not buying or getting any more artwork because we just don't have the room for it. But you know what? This was a quick look. We're in Artist Alley, me and my friend, and we pondered upon this person. His name is Matt Venom, and I'll put his Instagram link in the comment section, or in the description section. So I was just pondering by, saw this guy's artwork. This Batman Who Laughs right here was there. This is an original drawing. And I said, hey man, that's great, that's fantastic. And you know what the gentleman does? The gentleman just passes it to me and says, here, take it. So that was extremely nice of him. I think everybody's been loving this Batman Who Laughs ever since Dark Knight's Metal came out. Such a great mix-up between the Joker and Batman. So I absolutely love this character. And I actually kind of think he's even cooler than the Joker, to be quite honest. But this gentleman was so nice to give this to me for free. I think he was charging $20 a piece for just a headshot. The man was so nice, and I would have to say he was one of the best artists there. Very talented, that I wanted to get something else for him. So I ended up going back the next day on Sunday, and I got this yet another original artwork from him. Again, his name is Matt Venom. Got this nice symbiote SpiderMan drawing. This really pops. It looks really nice. Yeah, get a close up on that. Show the man's artwork. It looks great. He got a little hair over here. It's driving me nuts. But he's a very awesome artist. And the guy Matt had the nerve to say, yeah, you can have this for free. It's just one of my warm-up drawings, dude. If one of my warm-up drawings looked like this, yeah, I don't even know what to say about that. But this is the symbiote Spider-Man. He did it his own way. He has, white webs on this. Just staying kind of to the original look, but just doing it his own way, which I like. When people kind of have their own creativity. So that's what I got pretty much for original artwork. It's always nice to have original artwork because I have a lot of prints, but I don't have too much original artwork, so it's nice to have this in the collection. I did talk to him recently. I wanted to keep in contact with him because, again, he's a fantastic artist, and plan on doing some other stuff with him in the future. He's probably going to do a Frank Miller style kind of Batman for me, which I'm really excited for. So let's start off with comics now. On Saturday, this was I was trying to go to Boston Comic Con really cheap, and I know that's not the kind of mindset you're supposed to have for these things. There was just other things that I wanted to buy for the future, but I was trying to really be a big cheap person, but this is the cheapest buy of Comic-Con. This was, unfortunately, it's not an original. Someday I hope to own a Hulk 181, but this is a True Believers Wolverine vs. Hulk. So this was like $5. Can't go wrong with that. Now I can finally read the Hulk 181. I've read it online before, but now I actually have like a copy in my hand. But someday I will own a Hulk 181, okay? Someday, I hope so. So that's nice to have in the collection. So, you know, there's a lot of artists at Boston Comic-Con, a lot of famous comic book writers, and one of them that I was really excited about, and I'm a little bit disappointed to see, and I'll explain why, but Neal Adams was at Boston Comic-Con. There's a photo of him right there, and I'll tell you more about this photo later. But Neal Adams, as we all know, is a legend when it comes to comic book art. He's a huge pioneer when it comes to comic books. Really made things dark. He revamped Batman, made Deadman an amazing character. So, you know, his artwork is just amazing. Okay, so I buy this Batman number 251, okay? And I race over to get Neal Adams to sign it, okay? And then I say, hi, Neal, nice to meet you. So thank you for coming. It's so great to see you. I'm a huge fan, blah, 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 okay? I asked for a signature. Signature is $50. Okay, that's not bad. Now, I don't know if you kind of see like a pattern with if you follow me on Instagram, I don't know if you guys see like kind of like a pattern of my signed books. I like my stuff signed in a metallic color. I don't really care too much of a black Sharpie. I think that it makes the signature pop more, and it makes the signature a little more unique. So I asked Neal Adams, hey, do you mind signing this in a metallic color, like maybe silver or gold, like right up top here, right on the Batman logo? I think that would look amazing. I think that would look so cool. He declines and went on about two to 3 minutes about how artistically incorrect that would be, and tells me, okay, you know, I usually sign this book in black and that's all I do, take it or leave it pretty much kind of thing. So I was like, okay, whatever, do whatever you can. Do whatever you want at this point. Like, you're already wasting kind of a lot of my time. So he signs the book in black, as you can see. And then I go, do you have any COAs? No COAs. So with $50, you think you would get a COA, a certificate of authenticity, which you don't. And then I asked him if I could take some video of him signing it. He said, yeah, you can, but that would be an extra $30. So I said, okay, then I'm not going to obviously do that. And then I said, okay, how about if I take a picture with you after you're done signing the book? And he says, yeah, that's going to be another $30. That's going to be $30 too. I'm like, geez, okay, like obviously I'm not doing any of these things. So that photo that was pulled up before, that was him after. If you can pull that back up, Cody, that was him after, okay, signing my book. And I was kind of far away to get a picture of him real quick, okay? Now, I will add, okay, he's got staff members, like some of his staff members around his table. He's got a huge table of all of his artwork, okay? So I took a picture of him like real quick before anybody saw me taking a picture of him, and before they could say anything. So that's my story with Neal Adams. I really appreciate what the man has done with the comic book world, but the guy's kind of got an ego. I will say that. I might get some hate for that, but the guy's got an ego, and he's a bit money hungry. So this was maybe the biggest buy of the whole Comic-Con. Okay, so I was on a Neal Adams kick at Boston Comic-Con, and this is Batman with Robin, number 232. You'll all know this as the first appearance of Ra's al Ghul. Okay, I don't know if you can get any closer than that, Cody. If you can possibly, just a little bit, just to get like some detail. Okay, this was the deal of the day, I think. Okay, I got both of these books by the same guy. He goes by Jam Comics on Instagram. His name is John. He's a great guy. So I got both of these books from this fella. Okay. The guy wanted, John wanted $145 for this particular book right here, okay? As you can see, there's a pretty big stain right here, okay? A pretty big water stain right there. And, you know, I asked him if he could flip through the book, and he takes it out of the sleeve, starts flipping through it. There's some damage on this book, okay? And that stain, unfortunately, goes throughout the whole book, okay? So, you know, I'm looking at the damage, and I really wanted this book. I've had my eye on this book for a while, but Ra's al Ghul is not that, he's an important character to Batman, but he's not that important of a character to me. So I told him, you know what, I'm not going to buy the book, and I'm all set. And he just randomly shoots me an offer and goes, you can take it right now for $80. I was like, what, $80? Like, my friend laughed so hard because as soon as he said $80, like, yeah, okay, all right, $80, I'm going to do that because you'll never, I don't think I've ever, no matter what condition this book is in, I have never seen this book at $80. I don't know if you have. Maybe it was like completely torn to shreds and maybe like your dog got to it or something. I don't know. I've never seen this book at $80. And that stain is pretty much the only problem with this book because that stain goes out throughout the whole book. There's even some like rust on the staple. But I think that was the best buy of the whole Comic-Con right there. Trust me, there's some other really cool things I have here. But I think that was one of the really cool things. I even thought about having Neal Adams sign this one too. But I was like, I don't feel like dishing out another $50. And I don't think the book is in good enough condition to, or not in good enough condition worthy of a Neal Adams signature. So these are the two Neal Adams buys at Boston Comic Con. Again, great covers, iconic books by Neal Adams. So very, very pleased and happy with these. Next, okay, this one's really cool to me. So yeah, this one's amazing. It's hard to say which one's the best, but this is an Amazing Spider-Man #1. This is the Clayton Crane variant cover. Yes, Clayton Crane was there. And while he was there, I bought this book and gave it to him, and he remarked it with a Venom. So that's all done with, I believe, with just markers. Maybe some acrylic paint. I wanted to watch him do it, but, you know, silly me, thought I was going to be like the only person to get a Clayton Crane remark, and I wasn't, of course. So I was in a line. There was other people there. So I had to wait a little bit. And I came back, and my book had an amazing little piece of Venom art on the book, signed by Clayton Crane. He was a super cool guy. I have a picture with him after he drew on it. When I went to go pick it up, I asked him if he could take a picture with no charge that I might add you. He's a really cool guy, and I really want to thank Scorpion Comics for bringing him down and getting this guy to draw on books. He's super friendly. I had a little conversation with him, and got to watch him draw other people's books, but not mine. But it's still, as a person who's drawing and trying to do art, it was definitely a huge inspiration to watch this man draw. So absolutely pumped about this one. I'm kind of like torn on which one was like the best deal. Maybe you can leave your comments. Okay, was this the better deal? Or was this the better deal? I don't know. He was doing remarks with a signature for $100. I almost, again, me being cheap, which you're not supposed to be at Comic-Cons, almost did not want to do the remark. The remark was $100 with signature, and my friend said, Kevin, you're crazy, and you know you're going to regret it, so you might as well just do it. And he's right, and I'm glad I did it. So one more time before we put this book away. Absolutely beautiful, nice little Venom remark. That one's a a good one. So that's everything I got for Saturday. Now, I wasn't planning on going on Sunday, and I'll tell you why, okay? My friend, Jake, bought a ticket to see Greg Capullo, and the dummy he is thought he bought it for Saturday, which the day we were there, and he didn't realize that he bought it for Sunday. So, a little story, he goes, so Kevin, you gonna come back with me? And I go, you know, Jake, I don't really wanna spend another $45 to get in for the day. But being the good friend I am, I ended up going with him, and this is a really cool story too. As we were going to buy tickets for Sunday, somebody came up to me, okay, this person's a hero. Somebody came up to me and said, hey, you need a wristband to get in? I said, yeah. He goes, here, take this one. Like, okay, thank you. Like an angel has dropped down from heaven. And he goes, yeah, a friend bailed on me. I didn't need it. So I got in for free on Sunday, which is a huge win, okay? Boston Comic Con is just loaded with wins. So my friend's looking for a specific book, okay? He's looking for a variant cover from Francisco Martina for Dark Knight's Metal, okay? There is one there, okay? The only one at the con. It's graded at a 9.8. My friend has a Venom #6 that he wants to trade for it. Of course, people who are going to the convention don't want to spend money on books because they're there to make money. So he's trying to trade in this book. One person does, and he rushes over to the booth that has that Martina. You can show it if you want, Cody. It's the last still. And he ends up rushing over, buying it, and then he goes to CGC to tell them, hey, I need to get a Capullo signature, okay? So this is a funny story, okay? So Capullo's only there for 4 o'clock, okay? And it's 3:45, and he's waiting for a witness from CGC to get his book signed. So I go, hey, let me go back to see Capullo. Let's see if he can make you stay, okay? Make him stay so you can get your book signed. I end up going there. Hey, just so you know, a staff member came over to me. Just so you know, this Greg Capullo's line is capped. He's no longer taking any more signatures. I was like, oh man, how am I gonna break this to my friend? Like, my friend is gonna be bummed. CGC just took this 9.8 book out of its case. Okay, now it can be, you know, susceptible to damage, be a 9.6 or worse. I go back. My friend's not there. I'm like, okay, maybe they did go over and get a signature. Sure enough, he's there. He's meeting Greg. His book is getting signed. Show the book one more time. Might as well. It's a beautiful book. Beautiful signature. See, look at that. Metallic signature. Metallic signatures, okay? Signatures done with a metallic marker look nice on comic books, okay? It makes it a little more special. So he's gonna get that graded. He went to go get that graded, and he got a couple other books signed by Capullo as well, because my friend is huge into this Dark Knight story, and he pretty much has like every single variant cover there is. So while I was there on Sunday, I didn't spend too much money on Sunday, but since Tyler Kirkman was there, I figured, hey, I have stuff signed by Tyler Kirkman, so I might as well see him sign something. Since this Venom, these new Venom comic books are so hot right now, I ended up buying this Venom #4. This is a variant cover. This is Tyler Kirkman's variant cover, but there seems to be like variants upon variants now. There's a colored version, there's a semi-colored version, and there's this black and white one. I thought the black and white one was cooler, so I ended up buying this one. This was $25. Tyler Kirkman was signing books for free. Well, the first book's free. Anything additional to that was $5. If you're getting anything graded, it was going to be $15. I don't need this graded. This isn't anything special. But this is a first appearance of the new symbiote god that everyone's talking about. If you're not reading Venom right now, even if you're not, if you know nothing about Venom, or if you're not a Venom fan, if you like dark, gritty stories, like dark, gritty comic books, Venom is now the book to be picking up, because it's a great story. It's one of the hottest Marvel books that is out right now, in my opinion. So that is everything I ended up getting here at Boston Comic Con. Tell me what your favorite purchase that I made in the comment section below. So that's going to do it for today. I hope you really enjoyed this show. A lot of memories were made at Boston Fan Expo 2018. Let's just call it what it is. It's Boston Comic Con. I don't know why they changed the name to Fan Expo. It's kind of silly. Lots of memories were made. Good times. It was worth every penny, and I saved so much money at this con. So I just wanted to come back, make sure you guys got to see me for a little bit. I know a lot of people commented saying, hey Kevin, where are you? Is this show still happening? Yes, the show is still happening. There's just been a lot going on here at the studio. So I just wanted to make this quick little video for you guys just to say hey, and hey, look what I got at Boston Fan Expo, because it was a good time. So make sure you like the video, comment what you'd like to see in the future, and make sure you subscribe to see more from the show. So that's going to do it for today. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you guys really soon.